Ooh, here's a name I can say from the Eradicator.
Welcome to the stream, everybody. This is the Eradicator. And yeah, this is the very first time I'm doing this on YouTube here. We're going to have a little Inside Star Citizen breakdown, live breakdown. I haven't watched it. What do we have here? Let me first check out the length. 11 minutes. Well, it's better than less than 10 minutes, right? But still not so fantastic. I'm glad to see Max Power. Long time no see. Oh my gosh, Max Power. What do we see here? I see you have the Eradicator emote. Oh, did you click on the join button? I don't know. I just woke up. I just woke up, but I'm pretty happy to see that. There's the. Unfortunately, I can see the. It's the night mode, so it's the night mode. So it's it has the white background. I need to create black backgrounds for black notes. Yeah, right. The Carrack's in the PDU, so we must be having a C. I don't know. I'm just discovering this with you guys. So you know what we're gonna do? We are going to watch that Inside Star Citizen, and we're going to break it down together. Right? Is everybody ready? I suppose we should get started right here. So here we go. So what I'm doing here, so that I can see your chat at the same time, because I didn't set up Streamlabs to have all the chat popping up on the screen. So that's why I'm having two windows. I'm having the live stream window on the side where I can see your chats and comments, and I'm having the Inside Star Citizen on theater mode on another window. So that's how it's gonna work. I suggest that you watch this in full screen mode so that you can see both the chat on the side and Star Citizen inside Star Citizen. Otherwise, you're gonna see the chat two times, right? Says my Carrack is in the PDU. I think that the devs are having the Carrack in the PDU. But anyway, let's see what these guys are talking about here. Inside Star Citizen, Moons and Carrack Swoons. So here we go. How we go. All right.
It was songwriter Bart Howard who once wrote, "Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars." In part one of our series following the development of Microtech's 3 Moons this quarter, we discussed the concept phase and how the Planet Content team had a tremendous task ahead of them to take 3 moons from concept to completion in only a single quarter.
All right, this is sorry, Jared, this is not true, and I've shown that in my channel already. This on the roadmap we could see since August last year that they have been working on those moons. So that the fact that they're saying that, oh, we are doing those 3 moons in just a single quarter, this is a PR stunt. But this is BS. This is not true. Jared, you know it's also not true. And I don't like that. I don't like that we are being taken for fools, guys. This is not right.
A task that could only be made possible by recent advances in our planet tech and the last several years of efforts building up our asset and resource libraries. Now, with just one day to go before presenting their work to directors in the Go No Go meeting, we sat down for part 2 with Patrick and Pascal.
All right, we've got a supporter. Thank you so much, Dr. Forbin, for hitting that join button. I highly appreciate, man. Thank you so much.
To find out where they are now, how the journey has been, and if it's really possible to achieve their goals in record time before having to hand their work over to VFX artists and system designers waiting in the wings to take the 3 moons, Calliope, Clio, and Euterpe, we asked, across the finish line and into Alpha.
So, okay, it's official. We have to say Euterpe. This is actually one of the big concerns. A lot of people were saying, like, how do we say this moon, right? How do we call this moon? So, Euterpe, not easy to say, right? Yo, Balder, how are you doing, Balder? So, we're doing this Inside Star Citizen Live.
A little
3.9 breakdown here. All right. Let's check this out. Oh, whoa. Okay, all right. Let's pose it here. Let's see. Oh, already got it. Okay, let's go back here because I want to see those pictures without those letters. Okay, we got already a moon here. Pretty awesome. And they did say that some of the terrain here will be quite difficult, and it does look like it is quite difficult. But look at the rocks here; they don't seem to be that big, you know. They don't seem to be that much of a problem for a cyclone, which I think is also an improvement, because if you look at the original moons that we had before, most of the rocks were of that size, and it was quite of a burden for vehicles to drive on them. So it seems like this is a little bit more vehicle friendly, and I like what I'm seeing. Look at that golden sky. Right.
When we began working on the Planet Tech, we had no idea that we would land where we are right now.
So the process was a little different this time in comparison to the entire planet rework that we have done just before CitizenCon. these 3 moons now.
Okay, well, this is not in game, guys. This is not in engine. These are the JPEGs that we have seen for quite some time. So they are not showing us how it's looking like in the. This is not how it's going to look like in the verse. This is the JPEG that we've seen on the roadmap for quite some time. I'm doing okay, Baldur. I woke up not too long ago, so I'm discovering this with you guys. If you haven't
Are just made with the V4 with no attachment to any previous visuals that we had to accomplish. We simply could make use of the entire library that we have to our disposal.
Whoa, what do we have? Look at that fog here. Look at how thick that fog here. We're definitely seeing some new atmospheric effects here. Looking awesome. I don't know if it's the same moon or not. It doesn't seem like it's the same moon because the sky's got a different color here. I don't know. It could be wrong, right?
Take the rocks from the caves, create snow.
They wrote here. Look, we see work in progress Calliope. So here they say it's Calliope. What about at the beginning? Did they say at the beginning? No, here they didn't say what it is here. But the other said Calliope. All right, so this is Calliope here. Cool. Where's Calliope? Okay, we're gonna
with the V4 with no attachment to any previous visuals that we had to accomplish. We simply could make use of the entire library that we have to our disposal.
Okay.
Take the rocks from the caves, create snow or ice materials for them, and arrange them in a different manner, and then give them an entirely different look.
Whoa!
Creating new assets.
Look at those storms. Did you see those storms?
For these moons,
gonna be tough
you have to see what's there. What can I do? What can I make with it? How can I reuse it? How can I make it?
Let's have a look at that again, guys.
Creating new assets for these moons. You have to see what's there. What can I do? What can I make with it? How can I reuse it? How can I make it? How can I use 2 old things and make 1 new thing out of it, basically?
Okay.
One of the major...
They didn't lie to us when they said that this would be the harshest environments in the verse. Look at that snowstorm now. This is the sun that we see up there. And that storm is completely blocking the sun. This is really impressive. I'm liking what I see. This is Clio now. So we're having really a look at all of the 3 different moons. We've seen Calliope, we've seen Clio. And this is, sorry, what about this one? U-Trip, there you go. We've seen Calliope, U-Trip, and Clio. Okay, Clio seems to be the tough one to be on,
The major
right?
reasons why we went for V4 is to
All right, there's Calliope again.
increase quality. We don't want to make moons faster but reduce quality. We actually want to raise both of them. If I think back to how long Lyria took us, it was 2 people for 1 month straight. But Pascal, for example, in not even a month, is taking on 2 moons. I'm taking on 1 moon. So it is definitely a lot faster.
Okay, I'm glad that they're explaining here how faster it takes to develop these moons, saying that basically for Lyria, took them like 2 months to make 1 moon, but now they can make those 3 moons with 2 people, and it's also taking a shorter time. This is something that they started doing last week with the last Instar Star Season episode, when they started saying that all the different processes that it takes for the development of the game. And I like that they are starting. It seems that they're starting to have this approach of explaining to us how they make the game. And I think that this is what we want from Cloud Imperium. So kudos to Jared and whatever is responsible for the communication team for talking about this. But I like that very much.
I think for me personally, when I start working on a new planet, it's always helpful to start with what is the vibe that you get on this planet.
The cool thing about these moons is
whoa. By the way, let's look at this. We are seeing life expectancy 1 hour and 50 minutes, and it's minus 50 degrees. It's interesting. It seems like it's a little bit warmer on Clio than on Microtech. Maybe because of the clouds, right? I don't know. And this is the new health system that we see here. Did you guys notice that here? 99%. Pretty cool. This is... I'm glad that we are getting to see this. This is probably going to be a feature of Alpha 3.9, by the way. So we are also seeing some extra tidbits of progress here. I guess I'm going to have to update the thumbnail here because I did not expect to see that in today's episode, but it's cool that they're also showing us that as well, in case you guys haven't noticed yet.
The fact that we get like this very high level mood shot, so to say, like a concept that gives us a rough direction what this moon is supposed to look like. You have like really just 3 shots, and that's basically all we have. So all of these moons have to kind of fit into that frozen snow ice theme that Microtech brings with it by default.
Yeah, this seems like all 3 moons are
So the
gonna
first
be
thing
icy
that
here.
you will notice when actually looking at every single moon individually is, of course, the slightly different color schemes, but I would say the most...
Whoa, what are we seeing here? Your head is over it. Yeah, right? Oh no, my head is over. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know where to put my head. Oh no, okay, I'm gonna put myself here. No, because if I put myself here, okay. All right, maybe now you can see it here, guys. It is here. It is. This is where you can see the the life expectancy and the temperature minus 60 degrees and the health status. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, but I got to put myself somewhere, you know. I got to put myself somewhere. All right. Hey, Geeky P, how are you doing today?
important feature that is really different is the
Look at that. Look at that pink sky. This makes me think of Tatooine at night, you know, when Luke Skywalker is looking over the sun, except that there's only one sun, there's no 2 suns. And is that an ocean here? That green thing here, guys, is that an ocean? That would be so interesting.
distribution and
Looks like
type
an
of ocean we have
Yes.
on every single one of those.
Yes, apparently they're going to have oceans on each of the moons. Of course, it's not going to be water at minus 60 degrees. Perhaps ammonia, perhaps oxygen, perhaps nitrogen or carbon dioxide. Some of those cooler gases that would turn into liquids there. Hey, Joe Gotsmore, how are you doing today?
So one of them has no ocean at all.
Okay, so one has no.
The second
ocean.
one has an ocean that is completely frozen, though, and the third one has an actually fluid ocean.
Okay, cool. Look at oh wow, wow. I am. Wow, that pink purple sky there with that greenish ocean looking so alien and so beautiful at the same time. What do you guys think about this?
That
guys?
was one of.
This is Cleo. This is Cleo. Would love to see giant sea monsters. Well, Gippy, I think it's going to be a little bit cold for giant sea worms, but we're going to have sandworms when we're going to have the Lear system.
The ways we could distinguish all of them and make them look interesting, but still fit into that entire theme.
Wow.
In the end, we really have a very large emotional attachment to these moons because they are, in fact, 19.
Look at the sky. Look at the sky. We can see the clouds there. This is so different to anything that we've had so far. Oh my gosh. 3.9, guys, especially we're going to be able to trade. Finally, we're going to have trade outposts around Microtech. So there's going to be finally a purpose to go to Microtech and especially, you know, its moons. And traders are going to go there. You can be sure that when I be playing the game, I'll be making tons of videos. I'll be making live streams going to those places. And I can't wait to explore those moons of Microtech. Calliope.
10% our work and our input and our ideas. So we have the go, no-go meeting tomorrow, and I personally believe that the moons are in a very good state. Most of the content is already there, so we have also already given them out to other departments to apply content on top. So design is already working on them, VFX started touching them.
Cleo,
so yeah,
Cleo seems like a horrible place to go. It's going to be fun to trade there. But personally, I'm not going to mine or explore. I'll leave that to other people. Stash houses, yeah. Yep, Geeky P. I think that Cleo is definitely going to be a great place to have a stash house. That's right. Yo, Buck Rogers 07, my friend. Nice to see you here.
From my point of view, I don't see a reason why there should be a no-go.
Okay.
What if it doesn't?
I'll be.
I'll quit.
Then I am the liar of the year. And it's only February. That's not good.
It's no option. It has to go in. It has to go in. right?
Okay, all right. They seem to be very proud of their work. Okay, well, this is promising. Look at these guys here. Look at these eyes. These are the eyes of a man who knows he's done a good job.
There's no such thing as a no-go. It has to happen. We will make it happen. Don't worry about it. We will make it happen.
All right. The next day, the 3 moons were a go, so they were
coming to owners in the upcoming Alpha 382 is the arrival.
Right, guys, what do you think about those moons? I think that this is a very nice follow-up on what we've seen a couple of weeks ago. I mean, I was glad to see that we had finally some visuals of what we're going to experience. I was blown away. What is Calliope? That's the one that's the one with the ocean, right? Calliope, looking really, really, really fantastic with that purple sky, that green ocean. Oh my gosh, it is looking so. I don't know what you guys think, but pretty fired up about this. This is making me feel. This is making me all fired up. Yay, says Geeky P. I absolutely agree with you, man. This is also my state of mind. All right, well, we're gonna see what's coming up next. What does Jared have in store here? That was a pretty solid first 5 minutes, if you'd ask me, guys. But let's keep on going.
Of a ship that's captured the imaginations of star citizens everywhere since it was first introduced.
Nope. Sorry, Jared, not everywhere. I know I'm in the minority. I know I'm not gonna get friends here. Hey, you, look at the faces that he's doing his job. Yeah, right. Joe Spath, you're right. Nasty dust storms, yes. More 30Ks included, says James Kelton. Oh man. Oh, naughty here. Naughty. I'm not going to make friends here, but I am not interested in the character. I mean, I'm glad it's coming into the game. I'm glad we're having big ships, big capital ships for the diversity of the ships that we are encountering in the verse. As far as I'm concerned, I didn't buy a Carrack. I don't want to have a Carrack. I'm not interested in a Carrack. So saying that everybody's interested in the Carrack is wrong. No, Max Power, I'm not going to want to have a Carrack. And the reason why I'm not interested in the Carrack is because it's not for me. It's not my type of gameplay. I want to make a quick bucking game. I don't have a lot of time to play the game. The Carrack is an exploration ship, and I don't like exploring. For me, it's a waste of time. I'd rather have other people explore, sell their data. I would buy their data. It would actually, time is money. It would save me some time to buy the data of explorers and actually exploring myself, And would say, but Irad, it has a lot of SCU of cargo capacity. You can trade. Well, that's right. But probably, in my opinion, I think that the Carrack is going to be closer to a Starfarer in terms of trading capacity than a Caterpillar. And you know how slow and bulky the Starfarer is, right? I'd rather trade with a Constellation than with a Starfarer. So I'm not interested in the Carrack at all. I understand it's cool. I know it's like a space house. Okay, that's great. But it's not a ship that is going to make a living for me. So I'm not interested. I'd rather wait for the City of Hercules. I'm totally fired about the City of Hercules. But the Carrack, I'm happy for you guys. I know you guys want a Carrack, and that's great. I'm so happy for you guys that you're having it. I'm so happy that I'm going to see it in the game, that maybe I'm going to have a chance to board it. Maybe I'm going to have a chance to destroy some hostile Carracks. But that's about it for me. Will the rest of Galaxy be procedural generated with handpicked point of interest like Elite? I don't know, 11. That's what they said, but they need to build their mechanics first, and it seems that they're getting faster and faster. I guess 11, that the true test for that will be how they're going to build a pyro system, which is scheduled to be coming up this year, right? Buckross says, I'm loving the new moons, crazier environment, the better. I want to get my Carrack. Yeah, he wants your Carrack, right? And Max says that the Carrack is not for solo gameplay. That is also true.
When adventure calls, Anvil answers, and since it's my favorite ship in the game, it's time to give you all one final tour before it makes its way into your hands. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a ship-shaped look at some of the most notable places within the vessel in a segment we're calling, Room by Room, the Anvil Carrack. Starting on the subdeck, we enter the ship.
All right, what do we have here? Is this the cargo? It looks like the cargo, the cargo storage.
Through the vehicle garage.
Oh, it's the garage. All right, of course.
Where all Anvil owners can store their ground-based vehicles like the Ursa rover. Now,
well, wasn't there supposed to be a wasn't there supposed to be an Anvil vehicle, if I remember? I could be wrong, right? Could be wrong. Yo, Ogdog. I'm usually, so here's what we're gonna do with live streams. I'm going to do these kind of live streams on YouTube, and I'm gonna do the gameplay live stream on Twitch. So I'm not gonna put all the eggs on the same in the same basket, if you see what I mean. So those live streams that just involve talking and webcam, we'll do that on YouTube, and anything that is for gameplay will be done on Twitch. I hope that's gonna be okay with you guys, right? Buck Roger says he's got his Carrack and he's going to use it as a hauler. That's cool. That's cool, Buck. That's cool. I hope you're going to enjoy it. I enjoy a long time ago. A couple of patches ago, I enjoyed the Starfarer. I think it was in 3.4 that I enjoyed the Starfarer as a hauler, but eventually it was so slow, and I managed that I could make so much more money with a Caterpillar. I ended up, phasing it out for the Caterpillar. But your call, man. Your call. No more Envil vehicle. Oh, I see, Max.
A fun feature found here is the stopping ramp for those who tend to drive up the ramp a bit faster than perhaps they should.
Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is cool, so that nobody's blocking the door. Okay. All right, I'm digging this. Dr. Forbin says, no Carrack for me either. It doesn't fit my playstyle. Right. Yeah, but if you have some friends who have the Carrack, you can always be a crewman, right? I don't mind being a turret operator or an engineer in a Carrack, as long as the pay is good, of course. If people want to pay me to man their Carrack, I'll gladly do so, but I don't want to own one. Super excited about the Carrack, says Ogdog, but I understand you don't like it. I'll say, yeah. And as I said, I would love to be a crewman. If you want to hire me, if you want to pay me to work in your Carrack, sure, go ahead. I think we're going to have a blast. I just don't want to own one. It's just my thing.
It remains to be seen if that'll stop me from destroying the ship from within, simply trying to park or not.
Yes,
now, from the garage, we find our docking collar section
too,
that's designed for the future implementation of ship-to-ship docking.
Oh yeah, ship-to-ship docking. We definitely need that too. That's going to be also pretty awesome, especially people are going to have to try to pirate other people. I'm kind of an FPS guy, and in Star Citizen, I love to do FPS. So if people want to try docking me and board my ship, well, let them try.
Where it can hold EVA suits and an extendable trellis that will one day connect out with another ship and allow players to pass safely between the two. Beyond that section, we find ourselves in the 3 detachable cargo pods, each one capable of carrying an impressive volume of commodities. Take note of the double airlock doors that separate each one. These will be important in the future when players can drop a pod off and continue on towards another location without one.
All right. So we'll be able to drop some pods with cargo. Okay. I think that's what I understood, right? Seems very dark, low light in the Carrack. Yeah, you're right. Well, it's Anvil at the same time, so it's just their style, right? It's not an Origin ship, if you see what I mean. Boarding ships is an awesome. At 11, it's possible to board ships right now, but it's really difficult. You need to make sure the shields are off, and you have to crack doors, usually by shooting them, right?
Behind the pods, we arrive in the armory, a new room and a throwback to the Carrack's history as a military vessel, complete with suit lockers, weapon racks, and all the equipment you might need before disembarking onto potentially hazardous or hostile territories. Okay. Moving up a level, we find ourselves on the Habitation Deck, and a place I'll probably experience most, the med bay. And in the waiting room out here, we have some standard beds, office, and utility areas off to the side.
Oh yeah, look at that. Is that the kitchen here, or okay, maybe it's a lab. Yeah, more like a lab.
And a single medical bed that's a step up in capabilities from what you'll find on the Cutlass Red. Also on the Habitation Deck, you can't be a big ship in the Star Citizen universe without your mess hall.
Okay, the thing is, this is what I want. I hope we'll be able to play those mini games when we're gonna have long travels.
The rec room, where Anvil seems to have invented hard mode for billiards with a 6-sided table, and military-style crew quarters or billets, complete with all the amenities a person could need on extended voyages like bathrooms and showers and such.
Okay.
On our way to the bridge, we find the captain's quarters, full of many important books that make you seem learned to your crew.
Oh, Jared. Jared, that was fun. How many crew to run in? I don't know how many crew, but did you hear what it is? So I really wonder what those books are
As well
going
as
to
a
be about.
hideaway television so they don't actually see what you're really doing with your time. After that, we find ourselves where all the action happens on board the Carrack with our multi-level bridge.
Look at that multi-level bridge with the the captain is gonna be probably on top, looking over that big map here. Yeah, 4 to 6 crew, right? Yeah, you're definitely gonna need a crew. It's not gonna be cheap to run a Carrack, in my opinion. Which is why, guys, you got a Carrack, you want to hire the Eradicator, you're gonna have to pay for it. But I'd love to crew your Carrack for you as long as the pay is good.
That spans both the second and third floors. Now, down below, you'll find the pilot and co-pilot stations, as well as a variety of server blades that will one day assist players with the processing of data that you collect while exploring the cosmos.
Right, yeah.
Up above on the technical deck, we have the comms and remote gunner stations, our star map, and an alternate pilot station, providing greater visibility at reduced instrumentation. Also, you gotta stand there the whole time, and I don't trust anyone with a standing desk as a rule of thumb.
Oh, so we have a standing pilot position. I think that this is new here. I think that this is the very first time that we have such a
Very pro
pilot
chairs.
position.
From the bridge, we move past a couple more escape pods into the repair room, where you'll be able to service and maintain your various ship components on the extended voyages a ship like the Carrack is intended for. And then the drone room, with its 2 drone operator seats and the release mechanism that will jettison them into space without venting the entire room.
Okay, cool. So
Also on the
I think those drones are for exploration as well, right? So that we can send those drones to some places, having a look at what's going on without actually risking our lives. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's that, right?
Technical deck, we find our ship hangar, capable of launching the included Anvil Pisces
There's
or
the
anything
Pisces,
else you
right?
find will fit. And we're not going to take that discovery away from you. If you can get it in there and close the doors above it, have at it, fellows.
There's an Archimedes. Yes, I think I'll go for the Pisces. The Pisces is an awesome little ship, by the way. It's awesome with 2 pilots. Yeah. I think that you're right, Max Power. Especially if one of the pilots sucks, he can take over and say, okay, I'll take it. I'll take it from here. Yeah, I personally use a Pisces. Love the Pisces, by the way. If you can upgrade to your Pisces to a battle-ready Pisces, you can do lots of wonders with that little thing here. Grave Peril says, I have standing support roles in the Reclaimer and in the Cat. Okay, so apparently it's not the first time that we're seeing the
Space person.
universe. All right.
Past the hangars, we find access to the Carrack's side turrets. Now, one of the things we discovered during our CitizenCon demo was how difficult it was to get onto your targets. So
Yeah.
we've actually extended the distance the turrets extend out from the ship, improving the angles you can work with.
Okay, that's good. This is actually something that I've been complaining to DG, my buddy DG. If you guys are a member of his Patreon, you'll be able to hear that in the podcast that we recorded yesterday. Is that those turrets in the Carrack during the CitizenCon demo didn't feel like they were very effective at doing their job. So it's awesome that they fixed that a little bit, right? Max Power says drones are varied types like fuel, repair, recon, etc. I see.
The rear of the ship, we find engineering, which, like the bridge at the fore, extends between the technical deck and the habitation below it. It's here you'll find many of the ship's components like shield generators, power plants, and the like.
Right, like the Vulcan. Okay.
Finally, taking one of the Carrack's many lifts or ladders up to the very top brings us to the cartography.
Sean Tracy. Sean Tracy is awesome. I love him. I hope he's working hard on Theaters of War. I can't wait for Theaters of War, guys, and the improvements for Arena Commander and Starman, especially the matchmaking system. DJ said good things about you in his stream. Oh, okay. Well, Geeky P, thank you. Well, I didn't know. I haven't watched this video yet. I'll check it out later. I'll pay just to have you doing ship announcement. Your accent keeps everybody calm. All right. Well, thank you so much, Buck. I appreciate, man.
Photography deck, which will, in the future, showcase the star system you're currently presiding in and allow an operator.
Oh wow! I love it. So this is like the second desk where you have the holo map, but this is like a possible a possible mode of the holo map on top. Oh, I'm totally digging that.
Plot courses and the like with a much more detailed map than you'd normally see on other ships.
Oh, especially if it's better than the crappy Moby-Glass map, then I'm all for it.
And for those that just need to stretch their legs, an EVA airlock that lets you escape out into space at the top of the ship, and I'm sure won't become a popular ingress target for wannabe raiders in the future. And since
Oh, yeah. So that's where we'll enter the ship if we... Oh, thank you, Jared, for telling us. Hey, Irad Wallace, how are you doing, man? Thank you so much for being here. Unfortunately, I think it's gonna be the end of the show. Probably we'll have another 10 or 15 minutes, but
since we're outside at this point, let's go ahead and take one more look at the Carrack exterior while we're here.
Yeah.
Now, if you'd like to learn more about the progression of the Carrack's exterior,
Look at how big it is, guys. Look at, I think like this is another side door here. There's some sort of thrust. It's actually a pretty big ship. It's a big ship.
I'd encourage you to check out both the CitizenCon Ship Talk panel as well as concept artist Sarah McCall.
I know that a lot of you guys don't like the engines in the back. I personally prefer those round engines simply because it's the Anvil style, and also at the same time, it kind of have this kind of destroyer, Star Destroyer vibe to them. I prefer them over the original ones that we were seeing in the concept art, but that's just my opinion, of course. I know that a lot of people disagree here.
McCullough's recent appearance on Star Citizen Live to find out more. It's a good-looking ship, if I do say so myself. I'm really glad it's my favorite.
Okay, it is.
So what do we learn this week?
We learned, Jared, finally, yes, Jared, we learned a lot of things, Jared. Thank you for the quality content. By the way, shout out to Jared because he has stepped up his game. I know I've criticized him a lot. I was even questioning whether or not Jared was the man of the situation to provide us with interesting content. Gotta say, over the past 2 weeks, I have been quite happy. Especially, I think that the bobblehead debacle was the lowest point. But since the bobblehead debacle, we are doing much better, and I'm glad that Jared has stepped up his game here. So shout out to Jared here.
We learned that game development is exponential, and where it would once take an entire team months to create a single planet, 2 devs can now create most of 3 moons in a matter of weeks.
Which is very interesting, guys. How many devs are we going to need to create Pyro in a short time? I don't know. Maybe 5 devs, 6 devs. But it's going to be really interesting to see. First, tomorrow, hopefully, we're going to have that roadmap update. Hopefully, it's going to show Pyro in there. And it's going to be interesting to see how long it's going to take. Now, especially with staggered development. In theory, they're not supposed to have 3 months to create moons and planets. They're supposed to have 6 months. So I think it's possible. I think that they can make it for CitizenCon 2020. But it's just my own point of view here. I hope that we're gonna have more info tomorrow.
And that the Anvil Carrack is love. The Anvil Carrack is life. The Anvil Carrack is coming in Alpha 382, and if it isn't already by the time this airs...
No, Geeky, Jared didn't have a bad week. He had a bad month. Hey, salut, Simon Ramone. Simon Ramone is saying hello in French. That's awesome, Simon. A little bit late, Simon.
Don't forget you can check it out on the PTU early when it arrives. For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee. We'll see you next week.
All right.
There
Think this here. I like what we had today. So how many devs does it take to light bulb? I don't know what you're talking about, Wallace. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you guys thought about this episode, but I thought it was a pretty good episode here. Yeah, you're right. We're gonna have to need a new biome with lava on Pyro. I think that is at least one of the moons of, I think it's Pyro 5, right? That's a lava moon. So yeah, we're gonna definitely need that. But at the same time, if there is lava, what are we gonna need? We're not gonna have tons of new Pyros as well, right? Do you know if the Carrack made it to 3.8 P2? So apparently, I just woke up, Simon. I just woke up, so I don't know. But apparently, it is available for devs, and devs are flying in a PTU. So if you're lucky, you may encounter some Carracks from devs. So I would suggest you go to the American servers, perhaps, right? Yeah, for devs only. But I suppose that you could technically disable the shields of a Carrack and board a Carrack, right? So I guess we'll see. So yeah, I'm really satisfied about this episode, guys. I think that we're gonna wrap it up for today. Thank you so much for everybody. So this is what we're gonna do with this channel. We're going to have those reviews, those breakdowns on YouTube. So I'm going to do those chat and podcast types of episodes on YouTube, and we're gonna keep on doing the gameplay live streams on Twitch. So I'm going to alternate YouTube and Twitch here for live streams. So I hope that you guys are going to appreciate. Don't forget, if you haven't done so, I know that you guys have, but I'm going to put it available. I'm going to edit and make a video later on the YouTube channel. So for those of you who haven't done it, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you want to support me, also there's a join button as well available now. Any support is also really appreciated. Don't forget that this month I also have a giving away thanks to Dragon Ghost a Mustang Beta for all the YouTube subscribers, and $50 in gift cards for the Patreons. So good luck out there. The winners will be announced early March. Thank you so much for being here once again. This is the Eradicator. I'm signing out.